do you feel about me being in your personal space right now? Does it make you uncomfortable? I'm sure you can see like all my acne and stuff. Do you like my makeup? I like doing makeup for YouTube. It's just fun. But one day I'm gonna come up here, no makeup. I'm being a lot right now. I'm just so excited because I have not filmed in so long and I haven't had the energy or the motivation to film, and there's so much piped up energy. Let's all take a second and breathe, you know? Like, let's envision that we are somewhere serene. The waterfall in the background, there's plants everywhere. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. We are centered. Do it as many times as you need to. If you're watching this video, I'm assuming that you are an introvert. Or you're watching this video on behalf of an introvert. And you want to know how the freak you can survive in society being an introvert. With these tips that I'm going to give you, it's going to help you be the best version of your introverted self and survive, you know? So let's get started. I'm a Marissa. For those of you that do not know me, I am a multi-clair individual, also known as a psychic medium. But besides giving readings and hanging out with the dead, I also love to talk about life, and I just happen to naturally just be someone who gives advice. And I guess, you know, I'm an Enneagram type 2, so with 3. I'm a helper. What can I say? Alright, enough about me. We're going to get into the nit and grit of things. Grab your waters, your juices, your snacks, your meals, whatever it is that you need to be here. And I'm going to try my best to make this short. I have 8 tips for you today on how you can survive this crazy, delusional, insane, fun, loving, destructive world as an introvert. Number 1, make friends. Oh my god, this is probably the worst thing that I can tell you as an introvert. Making friends is muy importante. It is so important, okay? You need friends in this world. And I love, also cannot stand when people are like, I don't need anyone. It's only me. No, stop. You know you're lonely, you know you're depressed, you know you're upset. I get if you don't like people all the time, but you can at least find 1 to 2 people that vibe really well with you. So you may be wondering, how can I make friends as an introvert? Like, I don't know what to do. Breathe. The waterfall in the background, there's plants everywhere. Number 1 advice that I can give you is be your true self, and the right people will like line up. Just like all seven chakras. I honestly believe that if you are your true self and you like really sit down and say, okay, I'm expressing myself, putting yourself in situations that might feel uncomfortable, you can meet amazing people. So you're probably wondering, okay, let's say I see someone and I'm like, oh, I think we could be friends. Like, I think we could be great potential friends. What do I say? Best thing is find something about that person that you can see that you probably are curious about or that you like. For example, I'm a very quirky individual. I love having like very quirky phone cases, very quirky bags. That always strikes up a conversation when I go places. People are like, oh my god, is that an avocado that you're carrying around? And I'm like, oh, it's my bag. And then they're like, oh my god, that's so cute. Or, you know, if someone has like a cool funky hair color, you know, you can be like, oh, I really like your hair color. And then you can start talking about hair. And then you can be like, oh, by the way, what's your name? My name is this. And there you go. Best friends. On a serious note though, having friends, or at least someone that you can be close to, is ideal, because you never know. Us introverts, we love being alone, but sometimes, especially if we're out and about in a big city at crazy hours, we can get in weird sorts of trouble. So you may need someone who can be a quick contact and can help you out if you need them. Number 2, find something that is going to help you get out of that tight little shell of yours, so that way you can communicate more effectively. For example, I am someone who tends to be very introverted when I am not following forth with my career that involves the performing arts and social media. Number 3, Oh my gosh. I'm gonna say a little bit more about this topic with another tip, but this is so important, and that is taking out time for yourself majority of the time. There are many different types of introverts out there, but for me, I tend to be the type of introvert that is a people pleaser, and I don't want to miss out on things. So I tend to put myself into situations where sometimes my social battery just fast, and I can just sit there and like pretend like, yeah, this is good, I'm having a great time, yeah, you know. And then on the inside I'm like, I want to go home. So make sure, introverts, that you take time out for yourself. Now I want to say, when you do this, try to not do it with your phone, because I feel like what your phone does, it's just causing you to be more introverted. And I know a lot of introverts, we have some form of anxiety, especially social anxiety, which contributes to the reason as to why we could be an introvert. And so we tend to be really good at distracting ourselves with something, especially technology and the internet. So I would say, when you do this, try to take out at least 30 minutes. At least 30 minutes of your time where your phone, computer is off, okay? Tip number 4. A lot of introverts that I know myself, actually, even though we say we don't like socializing, we want to socialize and we want to feel comfortable. It can be very stressful sometimes because we might find ourselves in situations where we're kind of bored. So, my dear introvert friends, I want you to create a list of 50 things. 40 of those things being things that you can do by yourself for fun, alone, whether it's helping you create a new skill or just something that can help you release any sort of pressure, anxiety, or stress. And then I want you to come up with 10 things that you can do with a group of friends or just one person that can help you get out there and explore the world. Like, whether it's walking, going to the beach, going to the mall. We're almost at the end of my list, but before I continue, make sure that you like this video and subscribe. It really helps out my channel, and it's free 99. If you're someone who's an introvert or know a lot about introverts and you have some advice that I probably missed, because this is very generalized, put it in the comments. You know, let's help each other out. Let's build a community, have fun. I don't know why in my head I heard go Power Rangers. Freaking clairaudience is weird. Tip number 5. Okay, some of you might be thinking this tip is stupid, but it really does help. Like, just give it a shot. Especially as introverts, we're really good at having conversations with ourselves. Say amazing things about yourself, affirmations, writing them down, visualizing this great version of yourself that you either already are and just want to enhance even more, or you hope to be. You can say amazing things to yourself in a mirror, just like this one, or like a big mirror in bathroom, whatever the case may be. Or you can just sit down and say, I am confident, I am worthy, and it can be as simple as that. I feel like as an introvert, since we like talk to ourselves a lot, we oftentimes like to keep our problems to ourselves, and a lot of times in friend groups or friendships, relationships, we tend to be the ones that take on other people's energy, and I guess, yeah, we're empathic and we tend to be the ones that, like, you know, can observe how people are feeling. So people oftentimes feel more comfortable coming to us because we're mysterious or we're quiet, so they feel like, oh, they're not gonna go around and blabber my information out to the world. And a lot of times you wish that you could have that for you, like whether it be with someone else. And if you have that, wonderful, great, love that for you. Number 6, introvert. Get out of that bed, come out of that closet. I can go for many different things, but I didn't mean it like, okay. And just express yourself, okay? Don't allow yourself to miss out on amazing opportunities and experiences. I get that you have social anxiety, or you're probably like, humans are disgusting. Ew. But just pretend like you like life for a minute, you know, or two. I remember reading like a post in an article about like some of the things that older people, or, you know, people that were terminally ill, things that they said on their dying beds, and And the last things that they said wasn't like, oh, I wish I was like richer, like, or, you know, I wish I went to work more. It was more so, I wish I took out time to make connections with people. I wish I had gone and explored places. I wish that I focused on, you know, the little things like that. So it's like, you don't want to regret that when, you know, you're at the end of this journey. And I feel that it's important. So do whatever you can to just not miss out, because this world has so many opportunities for you, whether you believe it or not. And I know sometimes, you know, you're in a state of mind and space where you're like, I'm safe, so I'm not going anywhere. But it's like, you never know. Like, you can be inspired, or maybe other people could be inspired by you. So get out there. Tip number 7. I could do a whole video about this one. Please stand up for yourself. Oh my gosh. Please stand up for yourself. Don't just sit there and take stuff. Stand up for yourself. Or stand up for someone else. We tend to withdraw and not say anything if we're being pushed through the ringer over and over and over again by people or situations. We tend to just take it and just allow ourselves to absorb it and not do anything about it. And that's not fair. 9 times out of 10, you will feel so much better in a situation where you feel like you have no sort of power if you just stand up for yourself and say, hey, I have boundaries and these are the boundaries. Freaking remind people of those boundaries. And if people are not respecting those boundaries, I don't care who they are. I don't care if it's your grandma, your dad, your mom, your friend, your best friend, your boyfriend. I don't give a freak. They're gone. Okay? They're gone. At least for a little bit. I saved the best for last. Number 8. It would be great if you had a therapist. Yes, okay. I know. Some people are like, I have therapist money. If you don't have a therapist money, whatever the case may be, go out there. There's so many different resources. Like, I'd say the benefit of social media and the internet is that there's so many different resources of information, of like journal prompts, exercises that you can do based on your own personal, you know, dealings or whatever, where you can help yourself, or, you know, find someone that can help guide you. I also feel like, as I'd say for me as an introvert, I've always felt more comfortable telling like people that I do not know things about me, rather than people that are close to me. But even though you may feel like you can handle all of your problems, I get it. It still can be wonderful to have someone to just, you know, and if it's not a therapist, like if you don't believe in therapy for whatever reason, if you have some sort of higher power, universe, God, whatever, you know, give it to them. If anything, this video, I hope, helps you survive in this crazy, amazing, fun, disturbing world. But if you want to go live in the forest, sing with the animals, the birds, you know, and make food from scratch in your little cottage, do that. Do it.